Alright, let's talk about the use it or lose it cognitive tendency. Now, if you go to the gym, you might notice something that's very startling. You might notice that if you take a prolonged period of time off the gym, the progress you might have made will start to diminish. That is to say, if you have previously built some muscle, you might lose some muscle. If you have previously lost some fat, you might gain some fat. So this can be very devastating. And this is the use it or lose it bias. It's the tendency. The brain works in a very similar way. If you don't use certain aspects of the brain, those faculties will be relinquished in order to preserve energy. So I see this all the time, especially in my engineering degree. Now, the nature of engineering is that you have to be very good at a lot of mathematics and a lot of, sciences like physics and sometimes chemistry. So what tends to happen is that you might be exposed to a certain type of mathematics in first year engineering, such as linear algebra. And you might not see linear algebra again till third year or fourth year. And if you do not brush up on your skills, when you see it again, you might have the erroneous assumption that you are still good at it. But if you didn't practice, you'll be terribly wrong. You will have to start from square one because the brain got rid of it. Now, this doesn't just happen in engineering or mathematics. This happens in a lot of skill sets. A high-level pianist, for example, will have to practice every day in order to ensure that their skills don't diminish. If they don't practice regularly, they will notice that their skill level has dropped. If they don't practice for weeks, the crowd will notice. So it's very important that they keep practicing and keep putting the work in. Now, not all things are made equal. Some things you technically don't really need to practice a lot on in order to preserve the skill. For example, you can go 5 years without technically practicing your reading and pick up a book and still be able to decipher the words perfectly. However, if you know a programming language, a high level one like C++, if you go 5 years without programming and you try to get back into it, you're going to get fucked up. So you need to practice some of these high level skills a lot more frequently than others. And on the flip side of this, if you have a good understanding of a certain skill, you can ensure that your rate of decay is not going to be as high as someone who just crammed it. So if someone learns how to program over 2 weekends, he does a crash course online, that person's going to forget what they learned a lot quicker than you if you spent years on years practicing the coding and working on it. So it pays to understand everything at a very deep level, at an almost spiritual level, if you want to maintain your skill set in it and ensure that the rate of decay is not that bad. So practice, guys. You've heard it all before. Anyway, if you like the video, make sure you upvote it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? We've got good stuff here. Make sure you subscribe. Anyway, peace.
Do it! Just do it!